Whether students are blogging about their reactions to a novel, creating a website about a topic they've just researched, cooperatively creating a study guide on a wiki, or creating their own digital story through podcasting, Web 2.0 provides our students with a variety of resources for learning. Let's look at a few of the many Web 2.0 tools available to students and teachers. Let's start out by taking a look at a web quest. This is a web quest I created for a group of 4th grade teachers and their students. It is intended to be used with a unit on Tennessee history and geography. The page you see here is the introductory page. It tells the students that through this web quest they will discover information about the 3 former presidents from Tennessee, get a chance to create their own newspaper, pretend to be a president, state their reasons for voting for one of the 3 presidents, and more. After reading this page, what would a student see next? This page describes the student's task. After that is a page where students can click on each president's name and find links to outside websites to help with their research. There is also a link on this page that shows students how to cite their sources, and a link that leads them to extra time period research sites. There are a variety of research sites included for the students so that every learner can be reached. Some sites are a higher reading level than others, and some have sound, visuals, video, or interactive pages. At the conclusion of the web quest and accompanying activities, students can vote for one of the 3 presidents researched by following another link. There is also a link for teachers on the web quest that includes information about standards, extra resources including a rubric, and classroom management tips for the suggested activities. It is possible to arrange instruction and activities using this web quest so that both active and reflective learners are served well. It is possible to proceed through this web quest sequentially. However, global learners could easily read through the project before getting started so that they could see the big picture. This web quest is linked on the Web 2.0 and Education page of my web portfolio if you would like to explore it yourself. Google Sites is a great tool for both educators and students. This is my Google Sites homepage. From here, we can access my web portfolio and other sites I've created. Another handy tool for educators is Screencast-O-Matic. After teaching a lesson on the uses of Noodle tools to high schoolers, I created screencasts that they could access in case they forgot how to do something. Let's look at a sample of one of those screencasts now.
I've put my source in, I've titled it, and I've also put in tags. If you do a Google search, tags are how Google finds the website that you want. The site creator lists tags that are some key words that describe their website. This is the same kind of thing, except somebody searching Google won't find your note cards. Only you'll be able to. And here are the tags I've listed for this note card. Colvin was one of the keywords because it's Claudette Colvin's role. Activist was one of my keywords because she was an activist. And this is a court case she was involved in. Notice the underscores in the spaces. Over here, if you look at these directions, it explains that if you have a multi-word tag, you either have to put underscores in the spaces or put the tag in quotes. Now, when I saved the card, it put all of my tags in quotes. You'll also notice there are no commas in between the tags. If I put in a comma, the program thinks that the actual tag is activist, comma. So I would have to type in activist, comma, which doesn't make sense. So if you don't put in commas, you won't run into that problem. Now if we scroll down, there are 3 boxes. The first box is for a direct quotation. I took this information directly from the book. If I keep scrolling down, it has room for a paraphrase. The information that you just saw is paraphrased right here. I put it into my own words. I'm still going to need to cite it because I took the ideas from the book. Down here are my ideas. These are things that I thought that weren't taken from the book. Now you can use this area for a lot of different things. Let's say you knew you wanted a picture of Claudette Colvin. You might type in here, let's find a picture. Or if you knew you needed more information, you can write need more information. Whatever you need to use this block for, make it useful for you. Then I hit save. And here is the note card. You can see some little icons and a color dot on it. Those are other tags you can add in. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's add some tags to my fake note card. I'm going to control click, and that selects the note card. You can see this yellow highlight around it. I'm going to go up to tags, and I'm going to add a color dot. Let's say I wanted all my fake note cards to be blue. Apply. That's okay. There's my fake note card with the blue dot. Now it's still selected. Let's say I want to add a visual cue. Need further research, need help, incomplete, original thinking, important, or used in paper. Well, I know this note card is incomplete. I'm going to hit apply. Now, if I had to pack up my stuff and go on to my next class, I know when I come back to start here because that's where I left off researching. I know that note card is incomplete. Now I want to search my tags because that's the point of having tags. So let's go up here to search and select tag. Now I only want note cards that are about activists. So I'm going to type in activist because I know that's the tag I used. And hit.
Podcasts are another versatile Web 2.0 tool for students. Students can create their own digital stories complete with sound effects, or add video to a podcast to create their own hands-on scientific exploration that can be shared on TeacherTube. Depending on the requirements for these activities, the podcast could benefit students whose primary intelligence is verbal, kinesthetic, visual, musical, interpersonal, or intrapersonal. Podcasting is also a useful tool for educators. To give you a taste of how educators can use this tool, let's listen to part of a podcast that adds sound effects to Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak.
And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Now stop, said Max, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper.
Podcasting is also useful for delivering book talks to classrooms or students' homes via the web. Let's listen to a snippet of this book talk on the 2010 Newbery Honor Book, The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate by Jacqueline Kelly. Do you like exploring new things? Or maybe doing what other people think is impossible? If so, then your librarian, Mrs. Green, has a couple of great books for you. Do you like being outside? Do you like doing experiments? What about possibly going down in history? Do you have annoying siblings? What about relatives that don't understand you? Or maybe a relative that really does? A few of these things may be true of you, but all of them were true for 11-year-old Callie V. There are many more ways to incorporate information literacy and 21st century technology skills into the existing curriculum, and in doing so, a variety of learners' needs can be met. I've only touched on the tip of the iceberg here with you today. Join me in exploring more ideas on my blog at the web address below.